Tributes continue to pour in following news of the death of Senator Bob Graham of Florida, former governor, former state representative, never lost an election for office, and over the course of 5 decades served residents of our state and constituents in his home districts. We're hearing so much coming in to the Breaking News Center. Be listening for continuing coverage throughout Jacksonville's morning news. A number of storylines we're following for you. The stirring online petition drive that is underway to save the Sunray Cinema in 5 Points from potentially closing as a result of a sale of the building, what the property owner may ultimately look to put up there, and the thousands upon thousands of people who are racing to try to save it from ultimately closing. We're following that story. 2 people, a 17-year-old and 23-year-old, arrested for attempted murder following this week's scary incident where a private school bus was hit by a bullet in the crossfire of a shooting that happened in the Hogan's Creek area. Thankfully, none of the kids on board that bus were hurt. We're hearing some of the harrowing accounts from the bus driver who did everything she could to protect her babies, as she described it. The 17-year-old and 23-year-old are the only announced arrests as of right now. That could potentially change as the investigation continues. We're certainly going to be following up on multiple details. 21 applicants ultimately meeting that deadline to apply for Duval County School Superintendent search. They'll be winnowed down to a list of semifinalists come next week. School consolidation plans continue to evolve in Duval County. We're following that story as well as the heating temperatures that will be nearing 90 degrees. We should hit at least one, if not multiple 90-degree days over the next several. And humidity is going to make its dreaded return by later in the week as well. Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish is not spotting much of a rain chance till late weekend, and maybe some cooler weather, at least more normal, typical mid-spring weather coming for early part of next week. Be listening for updates on developing news out of Jacksonville's Moncrief area, shooting that happened near Lonnie Miller Park, and continuing coverage of these and other stories throughout Jacksonville's morning news, live and local until 10 on 104.5 and streaming on all platforms.